meeting to order. Mr. Ford.
It's okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for your blessings and thank you for the rain you've given us that we desperately needed. God, we pray for so many hurting families and right now in this community, in this area. God, you just bring comfort and peace, Lord, as only you can. Guide and direct this board as it leads the city forward. In your name we ask. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Vernon. Alderman Phillips.
Here.
Alderman Weaver.
Here.
Alderman Crockett.
Here.
Alderman Walker.
Here.
Alderman Fair. Alderman Benjamin.
Here.
City Administrator Asbury.
Here.
City Attorney Winfrey. City Clerk Cameron.
All right. We should have the minutes and the bills and summary for last time. Does anybody have any questions?
On the last page of the minutes, David, you got Mayor Vernon on there declaring June of 47. Change that to first.
Alright.
I don't see anything else. I make the motion we approve the minutes and pay bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Okay. Do we have any citizens participation? No? Okay. Any old business? I don't think we have anything left over. Anybody? All right, staff updates. Steve?
Well, I'm back. But, no, right now the guys are getting ready for Turkey Fest, getting all the barriers out, fences up and stuff like that. And of course, they've been working on their water leaks and while I've been gone, so they've been pretty busy. We got the airport project, Mandy probably can update you more on that, but it's pretty much wrapping up, so. Put a new storm drain in on First Street, so that's not falling in no more. We got 2 more to go, small ones. So, and then this big storm drain project on First Street there, starting up.
When's that one gonna start?
They've already run their equipment in, so they called in locates. They was having a little issue with the gas main, so they're working with Ameren UV on that. So, that's all I had.
Okay. Ryan's outside. Do you guys have anything, David, for the fire?
Fire Safety Month, we're doing a bunch of station tours right now. Be going on for all the rest of the month, and then Turkey Fest, and waiting on the stuff for the truck to get finished up.
Okay. Ryan, do you have anything? Okay, David?
I got nothing really to say about right now.
Okay. New business, so you want to talk about 48?
They did not get us the pay app yet. We were hoping to get it before the meeting, and they didn't actually get it to us yet, so we're gonna have to push that one to the next meeting.
All right, the next one is the bid award. Are you going to talk about that, or are you going to talk about that?
Hold on, wait, a little more about the difference in the price.
So we had an ordinance, for a pay application for the airport. They called us last Thursday because they thought they were gonna be able to get it in. I gave them until noon on Friday to get it in, and they did not get it in on time. And so we have the ordinance, just in case they got it into us on time, they did not. We are tabling that ordinance, and it'll be brought to the next meeting.
Did the bid opening, we had only 2 bidders. We had Ray's and TP Dozing and Excavation. The 82,000 bid from Ray's and the 145 bid from the other one. They're the exact same work. And then Ray's also submitted to us if the city was to get the materials, we'd give it a cheaper price than just using the materials to do it after we get the materials. It's the other price from Ray's. That's why there's 2 prices from Ray's.
if the city purchases, we don't have to pay taxes and all where Jason does, so it's just offering that to us if we wanna purchase the material and save us a little extra money. He's fine with that. If not, he can do it any way you want.
I like that idea of saving that little extra.
That's what
And
he
keep
wants.
in mind that it's not only gonna cost us $39,800, it will cost us more than that because we will still have to buy the materials,
Right.
but that's his price for the, it'll be less, I think what we decided was gonna be 10 or 15,000 less.
At least, yes.
Okay.
'Cause, you know, we don't have to pay taxes on the steel, we don't have to pay taxes on the concrete.
Need a motion to approve
Okay,
them
everybody,
to raise lawn landscaping.
yeah,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. New business, Mandy, what do you have?
I don't have a lot for this evening, just, we have the Turkey Festival coming up, and so our staff will be very involved in that as far as our public works, police, and fire being involved in the parade, and just the setting up beforehand, and then the derby that evening, besides all the other duties that are going to be involved with that, just protection and, answering calls, et cetera. Fire, you guys are going to be set up, have trucks there as well for kids to go
Yes.
through? Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you guys about that tomorrow.
okay, alright. So, we have that, and then, of course, just all but this year, both Mill Street and Oak Street will be shut down. So the chamber they're trying to grow the Turkey Festival, and so they have expanded over to Mill Street as well. And so there will be, both of those streets will be closed with vendors on both of them. So this will be new, it'll be kind of interesting to see how it goes, but I think we're excited about it and the potential for, just more people to come to Eldon, so. Other than that, I don't really have a ton to talk about.
An update, the fire hydrant committee met again. They ordered parts for the 2 fire hydrants on Jones Avenue.
Okay.
And those should be here this week. And the next one we talked about was the one on 9th Street, so Jonathan's gonna do an assessment. He suspects that's probably gonna be a full replacement, if I'm not mistaken, so that'll be a little bit more costly, but it'll take, we know we have a few more dollars to spend, so the next thing we're gonna do is look at the ones that are working and just need some love, and figure out how to either bulk order parts for some of those, or just pick and choose which ones are the most priority. David and Randy, and then we're gonna work on doing a list of the priorities for those folks.
Great.
I got stuff for y'all. Not saying it's good stuff, I got stuff.
Thank you.
Alright. Is it my turn?
Yep.
I guess it's a little late for that, huh?
Your turn.
Alright, so Streets Committee met on the 11th. And the biggest conclusion that we come to with this was we need to prioritize fixing water lines, and Rodney and Steve, feel free to chime in here because I'm sure that I'll butcher it. But before we got too carried away with saying, hey, let's repave this or let's repave that, we wanted to get the underground infrastructure correct. And I don't know what, this is more of a question for you. I don't know what we do have set aside or what plans we have for water lines or things of that nature, and it might blend in with the whole fire hydrant thing, but again, looking to prioritize fixing water lines so that we can repave streets correctly and not have to deal with it again for a long time, or have to, cut them open once we get them done. So you see our thoughts and questions there. So basically how much we can put towards water lines is one of our questions. And if there would be any grants that we could apply for to add to our budget. I don't know how that works. That's just not my thing, but if there are any grants that wouldn't require our audits to be up to date, I don't know. And according to Trevor, we had 377,000 left in this year's budget. We know that that big patch at the end of, south end of Manor will come out of that. Is this already, that 377, is that already accounting for what will happen in Countryside?
Yep, Countryside is a completely separate budget
Okay.
for that item.
All right,
I will go ahead and say that of that, we do have the First Street storm drain, that bid came in much higher than what was originally, planned for.
Uh-huh.
And so that does cut us really short with streets, and so,
okay,
I have mentioned that next, when we're getting ready to budget for next year, every spare dime that we can have will go towards fixing these water lines and the streets.
okay. And then, okay, so another thing was, do we think that we could get Republic to use smaller trash trucks?
We can ask.
We can ask,
We
okay.
can ask.
You guys, Rodney or Steve, do you have anything to add to this? I feel like I kinda swept over it pretty quick.
No, I mean, that was one of the main concerns, is the trash truck running on the edges. That's where a lot of the damaged streets you've seen are. The problem is the weight of the trash trucks when they stop,
Right.
squat, and that's when you get your asphalt rolling. On the sides of the road, your asphalt is the thinnest spot of the road, so
Right.
that's what's creating the problems. But yeah, you did a good job. The main thing we talked about is we have to fix our infrastructure before we pave, because we've seen what happened on Walnut, we've seen what happened on other streets. We paved, they put the vibrator on there, they roll the street, turn around, we're digging it up the next day. So we wanna make sure we're not backtracking.
I think a great example is what we're doing in Countryside, that we're fixing the water lines on that one, and then we're coming back through and we're paving right after that, and then we're hoping that we don't have to go back out there for a number of years.
And we're
So
falling
that's
behind
kind
again.
of the goal that we're trying to accomplish there.
Right. And so another thing, out of that 377,000, we did kind of pick some streets with, that we thought have higher traffic to try and get some patches in yet this year, and Richie is working on getting some quotes for that as well. And then there was somewhere I was going with that, I forgot where it was now. I guess that's it for right now, but you and I can get together on next year's budget and money for water lines. Alright,
Do
that's
we
what we
have
did.
a plan as far as, like, are we tying water lines to streets? Do we know what water lines need replaced sooner?
That's a question for you. And yes, we talked about that, short answer, but I'll let him take it.
I can help you prioritize the water mains, but the biggest thing you're gonna have with water mains, and we discussed this in the meeting, is when you go to replace a water line, we're gonna have an engineer, because most of our water lines are undersized. So we need to build them up, to the proper sizes, which will also help in your department, to get
That's
the fire
exactly
flow.
why I was asking.
Yes, and we talked about those two being connected.
Everything goes hand in hand, so we're all gonna have to sit down and plan together.
Yes.
But you also gotta realize, just like you've seen the price in Countryside, how much it's costing to replace the water line, that's what you're looking at, pretty much on a lot of these big mains,
Well, that's exactly why I was asking, because on our committee, we talked about making those water lines bigger.
Right.
Which would allow for bigger hydrants, which would allow for more flow, but
Yeah.
it seems that we would need to
Right. And
do that.
for example, I would tell you right now, one that everybody would want me to say is industrial, because it's mostly out in the grass. It's not gonna help you on the streets, but it's one of the main trunk lines that feeds the town. It's old cast, it breaks, it causes havoc. That one needs to be updated. So, we're just gonna have to sit down and figure out which ones you wanna do, because we're just gonna have to make sure we're going behind gas and everybody else too, and then pave, and that way we're all on the same page. So, which me and Mandy's already discussed several different times already, about just having everybody staying on the same page.
Anybody else have any thoughts, questions? Okay.
To be continued.
So we were gonna have a closed session, so authorized by section 610-21. There's no, and a motion for closed session.
Second.
Aye.
Okay.
Alderman Phillips.
Yes.
Alderman Weaverly.
Yep.
Alderman Crockett. Alderman Walker.
Yes.
Alderman
there,